Hello and welcome to mine that talks about Age of Empires 2, the Forgotten Empires technology. In this one I shall be talking about a technology that you can get from the mill called hunting dogs. Now this is the technology, it's one of two technologies that have been added that all civilizations can get. So I've just started just a general Black Forest match. I've walled off my area so I can just show you what I'm going to do. So far I've just built a house and a mill. And hunting dogs cost 40 food, 25 wood. So not that much at all, it's quite cheap. The thing is, with hunting dogs, is villagers gather food from hunt and shore fish 25% faster. So what this means is that deer, you can collect the food 25% faster, so instead of, I'm just putting a random number out, if you had a bunch of villagers at one deer, originally it could be 20 seconds for all the food to be collected, now it will be 15 seconds. And then the same occurs with boars and shorefish too. So the time it takes now to collect 100 and I can't think of the right number at the moment, but the time it takes to collect 160 shorefish will now be the same amount of time to collect 200 fish if you have hunting dogs. So let's research it. It's fairly quick, but the idea is that if I lure a boar in, probably could do with a couple more villagers actually. No way am I going to get rid of this boar with just these 3 villagers. So if I just bring this boar in, oops, quickly come up there. This is a terrible lure. Absolutely terrible. That's how terrible it is. Anyway. So this boar is going to be collected at 25% faster. Now this can be useful to get straight away. It's not really useful if you get it later on. Because it costs 40 food and 25 wood, collecting all the food from one deer, you kind of get your money's worth from it, very nearly. So, collecting food from 2 deer, you'll get your money's worth. Collecting from all the food from 1 boar, you get your money's worth, in terms of the food at least. The wood you can easily get without much problem. Now, if you don't build a mill straight away, and you end up doing, bringing in some sheep and some boar, then there's not really much point getting hunting dogs. However, if you do build the mill straight away, like I have against these forage bushes, then I think it's just a good idea just to get hunting dogs straight away without any question at all. Because when you research it, you'll probably have 1 boar being lured in already, or there'll be another boar out here somewhere, and then it might be slightly later on in the Dark Age, or maybe a few days, you find a deer patch that's fairly nearby and you want to collect the food from there, and then you might even find in slightly later game a couple more boars that you can collect some food from. So it's only really useful to get hunting dogs if you are going to gather more food from deer or boars. Rarely do I see people collect shorefish, but that's also there just in case people wish to do that. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next part, which should be gill nets.